Well, the airstrikes on Rafah are adding to a growing divide in the Democratic Party, something that could spell trouble for the president's re-election effort. The mayor of Dearborn, Michigan, Democrat Abdullah Hammoud, has been a prominent voice against the war and helped galvanize the uncommitted vote against President Biden in the Michigan primary after very publicly rebuking the president by refusing a meeting with his staff ahead of that vote. But not all Democrats are at odds with Biden's support for Israel. Just yesterday, in an exclusive interview with NewsNation, Representative John Fetterman said he supports the president's actions and criticized the ongoing protests on college campuses, saying there were clear germs of anti-Semitism that have flared up during the protests. NewsNation's Kelly Meyer is following the story, joins us live from D.C. with the very latest. Kelly.
Yeah, Nichole, this is something that isn't going away. It's an issue that continues to persist here for President Joe Biden. We saw an example of that with the protests happening outside of a Washington, D.C. dinner this weekend where President Biden was speaking. Now, this is something that is dividing the president's own party. As you mentioned, we saw that with the Democratic mayor of Dearborn, Michigan. That's somewhere where we've reported from on the growing outrage for President Biden's support for Israel. He turned down that meeting with the White House over Gaza's humanitarian crisis. He's the first Arab American Muslim mayor of Dearborn, and Michigan is home to the largest population of Arab American and Muslim population there. There's also a strong showing of the uncommitted vote when we saw that in the Michigan primary a few months ago. Now, while there is growing frustration, there are some standing by President Biden. Pennsylvania Democratic Senator John Fetterman joining NewsNation's The Hill Sunday for an exclusive interview. He is a staunch supporter of Israel and backs the president's position. Here's our Chris Steyerwalt asking about the president's recent comments, both siding this issue.
I'm not going to give the president any advice or anyone, only on fashion. And you know, but I will say this is that it's very clear that there is a very germ of anti-Semitism in all of these protests. Now, of course, it's a great American value to protest, but I don't believe living in a pup tent for Hamas is really helpful.
And he'll give the president advice, he says, only on fashion. He says there he is known for wearing those hoodies. But it's not just the Democratic Party here. It's also the Green Party. Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein, she was arrested for a pro-Palestine college protest that she was attending. Now, back in 2016, in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, Trump and Clinton were separated by 77,000 votes. Jill Stein's votes in those three states, 32,000 votes there. That shows that her support could cut into President Biden's support, and that could spell trouble for President Biden come November. Nichole.
All right, Kelly Meyer live for us there in D.C. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.